Well, good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. It's a chilly day out there today as we're getting closer and closer to the Christmas holiday. We did have a little bit of Christmas snow over the weekend, generally an inch or two across most of eastern Massachusetts, but we did have some higher amounts. Some of the jackpots here out towards Albany, New York, down towards the Berkshires, even parts of north central Connecticut coming into generally about 6 to 8 inches of snow. So kind of getting us in the feel here. And again, it's a fairly cool day out there today. Temperatures right now either side of 40 degrees or so, and that's about where we'll be for most of the afternoon. We have a pretty strong storm system that's sitting offshore now, heading up towards Nova Scotia. It's going to kind of do a little bit of a curly Q here over the next day or two, so it'll be fairly close to our coastline. So if you're looking for some waves, perhaps, if you want to check out the ocean, this would be a good day to do that. Meanwhile, our next storm system, you're going to be hearing about this a lot over the next day or two, is setting itself up over the Midwest towards the plains. We have a blizzard going on here now in parts of the upper Midwest and some severe weather that will be tracking down towards the Gulf Coast. There is some cold air out there to be had. You're going to be hearing about that over the next week to 10 days as well. A lot of Arctic air in Canada that's going to start to make its way down towards the lower 48. In fact, the folks at the Climatology Center have put an advisory out to keep an eye on the weather during Christmas week, where we could have some frigid weather moving into the lower 48. So something to keep an eye on. All right, so we do have this storm system that I just mentioned here moving across the plain states and the central part of the country, and that's going to be taking shape here as we have the primary low that's going to be moving towards the Great Lakes over the next 24 to 36 hours. Meanwhile, some warm air coming up from the Gulf. So we have quite a bit of a storm system here. And again, as we mentioned, we also have that storm system off to our east. Now, we do have blocking high pressure in place, so you would think on the surface it may set us up for a winter storm. But the problem this time around is that this primary low is going to stay a little bit stronger than they typically do. So we will have a coastal low forming, but I think it's going to kind of get pulled off here towards the west. That's what we call a coastal hugger, and I think that track may be a little bit too close to the coastline to really lock in that cold air for us. But we've got a few days. We'll keep an eye on it and see if anything changes. But right now, I think this does set us up for decent snowfall up in ski country, which is good news to hear. So for tonight, we do have mostly clear skies to look forward to. It's going to be another chilly night. Low temperatures down in the lower 20s, even some teens out there. And then for Wednesday, I think we do have some sunshine to enjoy. Temperatures generally in the mid to upper 30s. Thursday, we warm up slightly into the low 40s. We'll have to watch out here Thursday night. We may get a little cooler here. It might be cool enough to see some of the precip start off as some snow later Thursday night. We'll keep an eye on that. But I do think we do change to rain here for most of the day on Friday. And then we have a decent Saturday once this storm clears out. But again, cooler air, much colder air is on the way for next week. We'll keep an eye on it.